still exists in nature.
Scratch your eyes out.
Vaccinate your kids.
Why are you talking about vaccinations? Why must you do this?
Pee on her luggage.
What? This is weird. Great way to start off. I'm so glad they recorded that, Alan. Over here just talking about vaccinations. Why you do that? Why you do that, Alan?
Vaccinate your fucking kids, you fucking white people.
Talk about the bubonic plague, people. Orient
Well,
topic.
the bubonic plague hasn't gone to pandemic levels yet, so there's probably gonna be a slower build to actually build a vaccine, because we need to have, there needs to be enough people in there so that we can get enough samples going on, because they did the exact same thing with the bird flu, where bird flu affected a small amount of people, so it wasn't enough to a widespread thing like, again, we've seen with a bunch of other fucking diseases.
Alan, you're treating this like it's a fucking weather thingy right now. You know, if you
I am
bubonic plague
sick. No. Fuck all y'all.
You make it sound so boring. How do you do that?
I am so sick of you and Ganja giving me shit for not being a fucking crazy crack addict 24/7. Sometimes I'll explain shit, I'll drop an octave and make sure it gets explained.
But it's
I'm sorry, I'm
always
not a crazy
so-
crack addict all the goddamn time.
Okay, for one, you've never a crack addict. I know you did drugs. That's a big moment right there. Like, you should probably...
It's a figure of speech.
Okay. There's different other speeches or figures of speech they can use other than I'm a fucking huge crack addict. Like, for one, crack addicts don't always act like that, too. And by the way, too, it's like, every time you bring up something that's informational, it's something that's like, I really care about it. Shut up, talking. But the thing is, though, is you always go down to a certain octave where I want to go to bed. Like, you have
Well, I
a
want to
soothing
explain
voice.
things properly. Because you have fucking people bitching at me that I don't know how to fucking speak, so I'm trying to explain shit as properly as possible.
I'm sorry.
You're not.
I know
You
I'm not.
bitch.
I don't give a shit.
Start the fucking show.
We started.
Oh.
Hi, people. This is the Vaccinate Your Kids hour.
Your kid channel attack.
This is
I
a
actually-
PSA fucking show. We're just shooting the shit, by the way, too. Ganja right now just got a call from his girl. Apparently his girlfriend's gonna get in a fight with some racist white people. That's always nice. Way more interesting than what the fuck we're gonna talk about. But the thing is, though, is really there's really nothing going on in the fucking world. I think there's a
I actually
Spider-Man
had
trailer.
no idea we were alive. I legit thought we were still waiting for the show to start.
When you heard my fake voice, hey people, welcome to Jeopardy. Like you fucking, like, you know we're on.
Yeah, but we usually fuck it up. It takes 50 minutes to launch anyway, so.
You guys ever just honestly just get the feeling of just really just wanting to fight somebody? Like, you're just waiting for someone to just say something to you so you can just, like, bash their fucking heads in?
That's Alan.
Not really.
That's definitely Alan. Sorry to say it.
Not really.
before
I
you
actually
did.
hate getting into fights. I spent most of my childhood getting beat up. I really don't like getting into fights.
Wow, damn. You never
But
got
it's,
good?
it's such a satisfying feeling when, like, you're literally on top of someone after basically they tried to, like basically get on top of you and shit, and, like, then you just turn that shit over and it's just like, pop, pop, pop.
Yeah, for
pop,
5
pop.
minutes maybe, but then I always feel fucking like crap afterwards because I'm like, man, I could have just resolved this without having to fucking throw fists.
Yeah, but then they don't want to resolve it. They actually want to throw fists, and it's just like, okay, remember when you said this about me and this about me? Well, here's this, and now you're gonna have permanent damage to your fucking nose. Good
Well,
day, don't fuck with me again.
Hey, again, I'm not saying you can always do this, but sometimes you gotta fucking try to be the bigger person about it. Like, I've learned a lot of my times, like, violence is a temporary solution. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes it works, but it's a lot of times it's temporary.
But
It's
temporary
usually-
solution is all you really need sometimes, I think. I think really at that
Nah.
point you just need to... No? You don't feel that way?
No, because, like, let's say you beat someone's ass, that's just gonna make them madder at you. Let's say they're giving you so much
I mean,
shit
you
and you
kill
fight them. Oh, well, okay, no,
And that solves a lot. That's long term.
Not really, but like, let's say again, someone's giving you shit, someone's constantly giving you shit, and whatever the fuck, and you get fucking pissed off and fight them, beat the shit out of them. They might stop giving you shit for a while, but now they're more mad at you because you fucking assaulted them. That's just gonna make the problem fucking worse.
I almost killed someone once.
Seriously?
I mean, it was an accident. I mean, it
I
really
don't
wasn't
believe
because I did it on purpose. I mean, there was
Oh my
nothing-
god!
Well, basically, like, this person was making me, like, really, really pissed off, and it was really hot one day or whatever. And basically, they walked in the garage to basically, like, get something to cool off or whatever, and I locked them in there. And the thing with the garage in that house was, there was no windows. It was steaming fucking hot. So basically, there's some and, like, it was just...
The fact that you're still laughing just fucked up.
It's just like I had no remorse because they were fucking with me, and so I was just like, okay, walk into that garage, lock the door, and basically, I forgot about them for I think like 4 hours.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, fucking
And they
psycho.
were like burned in this. And then I realized later, I was just like, oh, I better let them in. I unlocked the door, That door flew open. I ran. They were like sweating fucking mess, heaving and shit, and then they proceeded to beat my ass.
Honestly,
live on
you kind
Facebook,
of
by
deserve
the
a
way?
tiny bit. What's up?
Oh well,
Are
I
we
mean,
live
I
on
also,
Facebook? Facebook, are we live there? Because I'm not seeing the notification. I'm not seeing us going live there.
We are, it said on my end, but I'm gonna go ahead and check one more time. But good thing that you brought that up for me. Thank you very
Yep.
much, sir.
yeah. And there's also this time like I basically like pushed someone down some stairs, and they actually did land on a fucking like nail that was basically sticking out of the floorboard. Now they got a permanent damage on their fucking kneecaps.
Look,
Jesus.
I've said this once, and I'll say this a million times. I'm never going over to Jet's place. One was just for dinner because she eats like a crazy person. But now, just your house is a fucking death trap.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
just
when
don't
we were
like,
running.
don't fuck with me. Like I've thrown knives at people. Like I tried like suffocating someone with a pillow. I
Like
mean,
I
like I didn't.
said.
I didn't mean to. I was just angry.
Bull- How do you accidentally suffocate someone with a fucking pillow? Like that's not
I
accident.
almost.
No. That's
So
not how
we
that
weren't
works.
on Facebook. I'm actually gonna try something really quick. I don't know what the fuck happened. Damn you, you son of a bitch! Let me see really
You don't
quick.
even have rabbit going.
Well, yeah, I know that. You know, you guys don't deserve Rabbit, honestly. You just, you know.
Apparently, we also don't deserve Facebook.
Yeah, you know, why don't you shut the fuck up? Why don't you just
No!
shut up right now?
Why did you tell me we're live?
Why don't you tell? Because we are live. We're live right now. Hey, Facebook.
Yeah,
how
I
you
know we're
doing?
live now. Thanks.
Yeah.
You got me halfway through a fucking discussion about fucking fighting and murdering. Oh, by the way, we're fucking live.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'll we'll start this off very nice and professional. Hey guys, hey Facebook, how you guys doing today? Yeah, I apologize, something didn't work with XSplit. Oh, wacky fucking situation there, huh?
Hey Facebook, you missed me. You missed my story about almost like killing somebody.
Yeah, but you guys
Multiple times.
Yeah, but
Listen, those ones were because I was young and I was very angry, and that person made me very mad. Well, those people made me very mad.
Sure.
all I know is you guys are fucking insane. I know that Alan probably accidentally killed somebody before, but he's not gonna tell us that because everything that Alan does, he likes to hide behind some kind of like, oh, I'm a nice, super happy fucking person. But the thing is, Alan, I've seen you get like volatile as fuck during conversations. You are a very, very scary person, and I would not want to
people. Yeah, like I've been in fights. I just don't like it. That's why, again, that's why I have experience of like, yeah, I've been in fights. I don't like being in fights. I don't like how I feel afterwards. I always feel empty and just kind of upset with myself that I let it get that far.
Andrew Main, 1996. How you doing, man? Don't. Wait, what's up?
Like the thing is, oh, you can finish like saying hi to that person.
Hey, man. All right, go ahead.
Well, anyway, basically, like the thing is with fights or whatever, like if I can't really do anything like about the person, they're never gonna fucking go away, and I'm gonna have to deal with them. Like yeah, like there's gonna be times where like some extreme violence is gonna happen. Although there is times where I basically can't do really anything about it because like that's out of my control. But then you just really hope something really fucking bad happens to the person. Like for me, like this person was in what was it? This was in elementary school or whatever. And this person basically was really sly with how they kind of like mess with me and shit like that, and made me kind of uncomfortable. So the thing is, like at the time, I was just like, yeah, I don't really get that shit or whatever. Like it was like I didn't realize what was going on at the time. And then later, when I got older, I was just like, yeah, I really hope the worst shit happens to this fucking person. I really hope it does, because if not, I guess I'm gonna have to take the shit into my own hands. And then later, when you look up that person basically on their like Instagram, not Instagram, sorry, but on like Google and stuff like that to see how they're doing and shit. You find out that they had a GoFundMe for like their fucking kid who basically needed a surgery or some shit, or else they were gonna die because they had all these medical problems.
Damn.
Oh no.
And then basically later it turns out, like you check up on it 2 years later, and you see nothing about the GoFundMe, and it turns out that person moved away because their kid died, and it's just like, oh, that solves that.
Jesus Christ!
Lord.
We
Somebody
got dark
stop
as
her!
fuck. We got dark as fuck.
And then I took a knife to this dog one time. Like, okay, stop, Jack.
I know right now.
Well, I mean, like I didn't want
Shut
to
up!
like I didn't like. I feel bad for the kid, but it's just like that fucker. Like it's just like, oh well, I want something bad to happen. I guess that happened. So
What the fuck
Oh
did
my
that person do to you that you're just like, yeah, you know what, the kid died is fucking
Oh,
like,
I
you know.
fuck with her, man. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, Yeah, that's awful. Sebastian over here in the chat though. Hey man, how you doing? I haven't seen you in here often. I think I've seen you like once here before, but then again, I could be just fucking around in my head. Maybe I saw you in Double Toast chat, or whatever. But thank you for being here. And then I was gonna ask the Twitch chat. I was gonna ask Andrew a question. I didn't know if he was Andrew Stedel or not. I was like, oh shit.
No,
we
it's
got
a different
two-
Andrew.
Really? Okay, so Andrew Main. Yeah, thanks for watching, man. And then if you are Andrew Stedel, just tell Alan he's wrong because he.
I think that person got divorced too.
Yeah. Wait, Andrew?
No,
Yeah.
the person I was talking about.
Yeah. I'm just saying, Dan, it looks like I should never double cross Jet. No, and by the way, just not that story, but like most people should not double cross Jet, just for many reasons. She's fucking psycho, so I would not want to do that at all.
I'm not.
If you hang on the after hours too, she'll go in on you like no matter. Yeah, see, it is Andrew Stedel, Alan.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was fucking with you. How many Andrews do we fucking know?
No, a lot. Andrew Wilson, Andrew Stedel, Andrew.
I proved my point.
It could be another
Nick
one.
is really easy. Nick is guys. If you want to take it, Nick is really easy to fuck with. Just make him win a little bit, and he is like a rat with cheese. He'll just keep going, and then he can just
If
fuck
you
with
know
him
the
really
secret
easily.
sauce to winning against me, why do you always fucking lose, Alan?
Oh, because just because you know the secret to winning doesn't mean you always have the opportunity to win.
Yeah, little bitch, little motherfucker. Yeah, asshole. Kiss my ass. Damn. Anyways, Ganja. He's gone. He's dead.
No, he's still
I
gone.
wonder what's going on with him. I'm actually really curious. When he comes back, we're going to ask what the fuck's going on with Rocks. But the thing is, man, is I'm going to ask you really quick. Alan, tomorrow is going to be the day where we get that It Chapter 2 fucking trailer. Are you hyped?
No.
Why not? Is that another one of those things you just don't like things? You just hate everything that's fucking great?
Oh no, I love the first It. I'm surprised I actually liked it as much as I did. My only issue with it is it's just how it is with sequels. You're like, maybe it'll work because like we don't know if the first one was just one of those. Hey, we just got the right writers and the right directors and the right actors all in the right place. And now they want to do a time jump, so which means they're gonna get completely different actors. I think James McAvoy's attached to it, so I'm already gonna watch it because I fucking love him. And what was it? No, not Bryce Dallas Howard. The person who looks exactly like her. Jessica Chastain. Yes. And I like Jessica Chastain, so I'm like, okay, that's winning me, but I don't know if lightning's gonna strike twice. Like I don't know if it's gonna be as good because there is so much about it. It reminds me of like a modern day Nightmare on Elm Street movie where you're able to do that psychological fucking with people in a world where you can't help them. Like again, my favorite fucking scene in that is when the girl goes in and just blood erupts from the sink
Yeah.
and she's freaking out. And dad walks in going, "What's wrong?" I'm like, okay, she's in trouble and no one can help her. Nobody can save her. Nobody can do that. I'm like, okay, I love that shit. I hope that they can get the same level and don't get in their own heads of, oh man, let's just make this a $300 million fucking movie and do all this crazy bullshit. It's like, no, keep it low budget and make it just as scary as the first one was.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing too. That the first one actually was scary, no matter what, no matter how much shit they showed us in the trailer. Because the trailer, I was like, damn, I've seen so much. You give away all your best parts, I'm not gonna get scared. And I still was like shocked by a lot of shit, startled, even jump scared. And I like jump scares when they earn the jump scare. So
Yeah.
that's got me a few fucking times. I love when they do that shit. But yeah, man, I mean, it's gonna be pretty cool for me. I can't wait to see the trailer. I think it's gonna be good. And once it comes out, we will be responding to it. We'll do a reaction. I know Corey Coleman will be doing that too, so definitely look on his Twitch tomorrow too. He's probably gonna have his shit out before we do, but who knows? Jed, I'm gonna ask you, how much did you like the first It? Because I don't think we even talked about that on the show.
I enjoyed it. Like, I'm not really good with like horror movies and shit like that because, like, most days, like, they basically it's just a lot of like screaming and shit, and I'm just like, I'm not good with all the like loud ass shit. Like, that's not scary. You're just being loud and obnoxious.
Mm-hmm.
But it's actually pretty good. Like, I like the kids in there. I like the design of like a Pennywise himself. Like, I didn't mind it. And also, no, I didn't kill him.
Yeah, I know.
I don't
everyone's
believe
like,
you. No,
yeah,
she killed the kid. She's Pennywise the clown.
Yeah, I would actually imagine Jed being a very scary fucking horror movie villain. Speaking of horror movie villains too, later on this month we're gonna get Ma. Or is that what's called Ma? Okay, why are you laughing? That's gonna be great.
That trailer was so bad.
No, I don't think it was bad. I think they're trying to go for a certain.
Jet just getting increasingly mad as that trailer went on is the best fucking. I'm going, no, fuck this fucking trailer.
No, but like Jet, why do you think it's bad?
It's just basically Killer Mammy. Like, I hate that shit.
I don't know if that's the case. I think, and by the way, Octavia Spencer is always doing shit where she's not really memorable in my opinion. So now she's doing something like we're gonna remember her fucking like I remember her just from this trailer. Oh fuck
I
yeah!
mean, honestly, like the most I remember her is basically like the "Eat My Shit" from what movie was
The Help?
that? Yeah, The Help. Like, yeah, "Eat My Shit."
Oh, we're
Which is
talking about
honestly-
Murderous Mandy Part 2. I can't wait for this.
Murderous Mammy Part 2. What was the first part?
Medea.
Okay, I'll give you that. Yeah, I think this is gonna be cool. And before the reason why I even started talking about this, Ganja, is because I was talking about the It trailer tomorrow, It 2 or It Chapter 2. I don't want them to do Chapter 2 because it reminds me of John Wick. So it's like I hope they don't go that route with it. But speaking of horror movies and everything too, two questions for you, Ganja. As we're talking about Ma, are you hyped for Ma to come out later on this month? And more so, are you hyped for the trailer tomorrow for It 2?
Like, I hate that I interrupted her because she's now part of this conversation even more so, but I'm not hyped for Ma. I'm more hyped for Jet to go see Ma. Like, I don't really care. I already know it's going to be some bullshit horror movie with maybe some, like, really uncool racial elements in it. But besides that, it's going to be some generic horror film shit. I can't wait for Jet's review.
Dude,
you're
I
acting like I'm
will.
gonna go see it.
Dude, I will watch that movie if Jet wants it. Like,
Yeah.
if Jet watches that movie, I'll watch it. I don't watch horror movies, but just so I can know the bullshit she gets mad at, I would watch that
Also,
movie.
I actually know the story premise. Nick, do you want me to tell you?
Go ahead.
Okay, so from what I got so far from the trailers and from the newest trailer that came out, because honestly, the trailers are just spoiling this shit. So, Jet, do not watch any trailers because you're gonna really appreciate this film. And from what's starting off from the movie is she's basically one of those outcast black girls that the local elite white kids didn't like. And as she got older, she kind of gained a little resentment, and she slowly becomes friends with these teenagers that are the sons and daughters of those elite big time like seniors and juniors that were football players or mathletes that now have their kids, and she becomes friends with those kids, lets them party, smoke weed, fuck in her house and all that. And as they slowly like go, oh, she's a little creepy, I don't like hanging out at the old lady's house, and start pulling away from her more, she starts growing psychotic, and then she starts plotting revenge in order to kill these kids for either the racism or the nerdism she experienced from the white people.
Yeah, I think that's a great.
Old white moms do that. Why don't they just cast that?
I mean,
Well,
because
I
Octavia
really
Spencer, you don't want Octavia Spencer to get some fucking work. Like that's the thing. Like this is awesome. Like we're gonna see.
She's gonna get work.
I'm sorry. This is the
Man.
same thing as Yasmin Penson and fucking What Men Want. Yes, we want the actresses to get more work, but not in garbage.
And it just turns out she's basically just a black female version of Freddy.
That is that not great?
No,
No.
there's not gonna be some dream. There might be a drugged out sequence where she fucking turns into a demon, but not gonna do some dream shit in this.
No, but just like in a sense of like how charismatic Freddy is, where he's like, "Come on, I'm gonna get you, bitch!" Ah!
By the way, this is a man that likes
let,
Freddy.
let me get revenge on basically these people who did me wrong. And so I'm gonna get revenge on their kids' ass shit.
By the way, we're gonna talk about this too. Chad, please, Chad, give me your opinion on this. And I know that Alan hates when I go to
You're
the
gonna
chat.
be wrong.
Alan hates when I go to the chat because he doesn't like popular opinion. Oh, isn't that
Democracy is
shocking?
not his friend.
No, it's not that I don't like popular opinion. It's that's your fucking go-to. It's like, oh, I'll just get the fucking people.
No, because they have good
Your go-to
opinions.
is people who agree with you. Yes.
No,
Your
no,
go-to
because
is that.
they don't agree with him. He always loses in the chat.
I never lose. Okay, no, I have lost in the chat. I was just trying to argue with you, but no, I do lose in the chat. The thing is, though, is that the chat, because I lose sometimes, I know that their opinions do matter sometimes. Like, and it's in a numbers game kind of thing. So
That's what
I will
I
admit
wanted to
if
say
I'm
before.
wrong.
Fuck the chat.
I will admit when I'm wrong if the chat disagrees with me. But Freddy's dead. Nightmare on Elm Street: Final Nightmare, which was not the Final Nightmare, by the way.
How many fucking subtitles is that fucking movie?
I know it's a lot, but Nightmare on Elm Street 6. I love this movie. I think that this movie, even though it's really, really silly, really, really stupid, even the trailer is telling you how many jokes are in there. The trailer does not take it seriously. The trailer is pretty much telling you, yo, if you guys like stupid shit and you like stupid Freddy, you're gonna get this shit here. This was fucking awesome. Love this movie. And Alan says that this is like the second worst Nightmare on Elm Street film. I completely disagree.
No, it's the worst.
Yeah, why do you wait? You think it's
I mean, Dream
worse
Child
than,
is really, really bad, but this is somehow worse.
how do you think this is worse than Dream Child, dude? Like that drives me crazy. Please,
As
take the floor.
much as Dream Child is awful, it wasn't yelling at me at how stupid it was. Like, I'm watching Freaking Freddy 6, I'm like, yeah, okay, this is as dumb as the last two. But the fucking sequence with the kid that's deaf and the motherfucker is tiptoeing right behind him. And it pulls out a chalkboard out of nowhere and starts scratching. I screenshot that shit, sent it to Nick, and said, fuck you. This is fucking stupid. That's only 30 minutes of the fucking movie. He starts dropping fucking nails that just sound like a fucking like B-25 bomber bombing fucking Vietnam or some
Wait, so were
shit.
you more mad about the film, or it sounds like you just got mad because the audio was hurting your little sweet virgin ears?
Yeah. I
No,
think it's-
it was the fact the movie just gets dumber and progressively fucking dumber. Where he's fucking with a deaf kid, and then the fucking video game sequence happened. And it's like, oh man, I should press the B button. I'm like, who fucking wrote this movie?
No, but like,
I'd be more with you if you talked about the fact like that fucking abandoned ass town where the adults are just going crazy. I thought that was dumb as fuck.
That was
dumb,
fine.
too. And look, I'll give you this: the Spencer death was dumb. I know that this was silly, and by the way, too, the idea of anyone who smokes weed will say, like, dude, no one will be that fucking high.
Huh?
Whoa, weed just completely fucks
It was
me up.
so
I'm out of
stupid.
my
I
mind.
would not have a man here talk about weed. What's going on here now? I woke up.
No,
you ever
the thing-
watch? Well, thanks. It's been 20 minutes.
No,
Yeah.
Freddy's dead. No, there's a situation where this character Spencer, he's a stoner, but the thing is, these people who made this movie have never smoked weed. So in their opinion, when you smoke weed, you're whoa, I'm crazy, bro. It's just the
Oh,
world
they
to
do
me."
that tripping shit like we smoke a joint now. I'm seeing cartoon characters, bro.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
lie.
And it turns into because he's a young kid, and young kids smoke weed because we don't like our
I
parents.
remember that scene. That's what the little larva comes.
Yeah, that's some
He's
stupid
supposed to
bullshit.
do something with them. Yeah, man, that was some bullshit. Fuck that.
Thank
movie.
you. Thank you.
Wait, he said when a little llama smokes bud with him? Is that what you said?
No, and he's like a little larva, and he's come screwing up with the stoner.
No,
like,
see, Alan was like, "Yay, fuck you, Alan." That was on Freddy vs. Jason. That guy just talking.
Oh,
about.
Okay.
fuck you. I don't
God
give a
damn
shit.
it.
Freddy 6 is a fucking pile of garbage. Nobody agrees with you.
Thank you, Hollow Man, and he disagreed with me too. And by the way, so they're saying, this is
You
great.
agreed
This is
because
good.
that was the wrong fucking movie, not that Freddy 6 is good.
Andrew's saying, to be fair, it was written at a different time. Thank you very much. Andrew also, as someone who
No.
smoked weed and that doesn't happen, thank you very much again. See, look all these times I'm right, Alan. Have you
What are you
noticed that?
talking about? Nobody says the movie was good. They're just giving you excuses for how bad it
Well,
was.
I can't scroll up.
Right.
I can't scroll up. They probably said it was good, but you're
Literally
yelling.
nobody. Well, Gon just
You
talked
know.
about Detective Pikachu. Andrew Main's talking about he's gonna go see for $5 on fucking Tuesday. Hollow Man says it's pretty bad. So hey, scroll up, motherfucker.
Okay, listen, I was trying to
I
win.
mean, if we're,
So-
we're gonna be fair, like Freddy 6, I actually like that one a lot more than fucking 4 and 5. Both those I thought were fucking terrible.
Yeah. And by the way, too, like,
The
I mean,
thing
this whole-
is, like,
Oh,
Freddy
go ahead.
6 like has more like comedy elements to it, which I can forgive because that can make me go through like all that bullshit. Like, okay, I can laugh
exactly.
at a
And-
couple things here.
yeah,
No,
and it's
I'm
fun.
sorry. Fuck that shit. It was bad to just a regular degree, but it just kept getting worse and worse. There's maybe a cool fight at the fucking end, but that doesn't really redeem the fucking garbage I had to sit through. And it's like,
Okay,
it's
what was
for
redeemed
me, it's
about the
no
Dream
fun.
Child? Name the one redeeming point.
Nothing. But it wasn't aggressively insulting.
But see, here's the
It
thing, though.
was to me.
Yeah, because the thing is, you
It's a
just
bad
said,
movie.
but you just said that the ending of Freddy 6 had a good fight scene. Okay, what was the good fight scene in Dream Child, or good moment, or good dialogue, or good scare?
Okay, there's a movie being bad versus a movie being aggressively bad are two different things. 4 and 5 are bad movies. They get rid of most of the main cast from the other movies, replace it with a bunch of idiots that no one cares about that have zero personality, and basically just become every other fucking horror movie that just happens to star Freddy. And then they do garbage
Don't forget
things.
Bob.
Like,
Don't forget Bob and fucking whatever the fucking movie was in
No,
4 and 5.
I already forgot Bob.
Yeah, yeah.
I already forgot Bob. But with fucking 6, it's bad. It's just as bad, but it's so aggressively stupid. It pisses me off. It's like why I fucking have a nervous breakdown when I talk about Jurassic Park: Fallen Kingdom. Yes, I'm pulling a Nick bringing up Fallen Kingdom for fucking random reasons. But the thing is that movie is so aggressively stupid with its fucking universe that it pisses me off more than anything.
Yeah, and the thing, and Gary's saying Nightmare on Elm Street 3 is the best film. And by the way, Gary, no, there's not 7 Nightmare films. There's actually 8, 9. There's 9 of them.
there?
Because a
There's
remake and then
6?
Freddy vs. Jason, and then Wes Craven's New Nightmare is the 7th one.
I will say,
Okay.
all the Freddy movies basically do beat the Jason movies' ass.
Oh, so huge,
Dude,
so huge.
There's 11 Jason movies and all of them suck.
Well, the
every one of
remake
them.
was great. The remake was one of the best horror films I
the
saw
remake
in a
was
while.
stupid. He kidnaps some girl, and then instead of killing her like he kills everybody else, just keeps her for a fucking year for
Yeah, have
no
you ever
reason.
watched the serial killer documentary? That's what they fucking do. Ted Bundy's done that.
Okay, Ted Bundy has murdered most of the fucking women he encountered, but this guy, if you have never seen a Jason movie, the first thing he does is murder a bunch of people, and for no reason at all. It never gets fucking explained. It barely ever gets brought up of why he keeps her alive. It's not some shit in the fucking first what you call it, the Friday the 13th, where the fucking woman there dresses up as his mother and goes, "Hey, Jason, I'm your mom." That never fucking happens in that. The fucking remake is stupid in that sense of why is that woman around? The only reason that woman's around is that, well, we got to differentiate ourselves from the original Friday the 13th. Let's have it be a fucking mystery missing person case. It's fucking stupid.
Speaking of that too, because someone Holland brought this up in the chat. He's talking about the remakes of A Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm gonna ask you this: Friday the 13th versus Freddy Krueger. Like, do you feel like the remake for Jason was better than this one at least? Because this one was boring as fuck, as he said.
Fuck.
At least the Jason. I mean, okay, like take the movie out of it, because the movie for me with A Nightmare on Elm Street, the movie is a completely different quality than the Freddy. Jackie Earle Haley is a terrible Freddy Krueger. It's awful, and the design is awful, and it's silly.
Okay, so I think the titular character for Jason is better, but the Nightmare on Elm Street remake is a better movie, but with a terrible titular character. Freddy is terrible in the remake, but the movie itself is interesting and good. I actually really like all the actors. I really like the world they're building. I really like what they're doing. The villain was awful.
Yeah.
Where Jason, it's just as terrible as the other ones, but Jason himself, he felt more like an unstoppable monster force. Like, hey, let's just rip off, let's continue to rip off fucking Michael Myers. So, like, that's kind of how I feel. Like, if you were to tell me which one I'd rather watch the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, 100%. I don't ever want to see another Jason movie ever again.
I do, but I want to see it. There was an actually, and I remember this was like in 2014 or 2015. Blumhouse, Jason Blum, was actually going to make another Jason movie, except it was going to be a very, very like low budget, like handheld camera movie, and that would be such a great fucking idea, dude. Like, just have Jason Blum make Jason, and you.
Well, they want to, but I don't know. Again, I don't know how much you know about this, but the rights for whoever owns the name Jason Voorhees and Friday the 13th are like totally fucking separate. Because the first one, it's a Nightmare on Elm Street. Sorry, I keep saying Nightmare on Elm Street. Friday the 13th, but they don't really mention Jason at all. It's not. He doesn't become Jason until the next couple ones. So they're actually two different rights, and that's why that remake hasn't happened. Not because nobody wants to make it.
Between Platinum Dunes, New Line Cinema, and Paramount. So like, it's all these three like big conglomerate fucking companies, and they're just going head to head for one character. It's like, oh my god, dude, can't y'all stop?
Well, again, look what happened with the fucking Halloween reboot. They did it right. They did it for $10 million, and they made $100 million. Like, they're like, hey, horror's coming back to a certain degree. So if they're like, hey man, if we do a fucking Nightmare on Elm Street or fucking Friday the 13th, we'll make some money off these characters. But so many different people. It's like the Marvel situation. Marvel would have loved to do X-Men fucking 8 years ago, but somebody else owned it. It took them so long to get Spider-Man because somebody else owned it. Even though it's a Marvel property, they don't own the character anymore. So that's why it's like, hey, we want to make these movies, but we can't because we don't own the fucking rights.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know, man. We'll see what happens with any of that stuff. And that's not even a topic we had or whatever. It was just like, yeah, we get into these conversations sometimes. It is what it is. They're saying Jason X is the worst one. Dude, that was a great movie. That was fun as fuck.
It's literally the worst fucking one. Like, the fucking Jason movies are awful all to get-go because he's just a fucking moron.
He's also super fucking inconsistent, too. Like, how come in the second movie he rapes that girl and then lets her go, and then everyone else basically just like, oh, kill on sight, stab, 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 stab.
Again, they have this fucking sequence where in order to trick him, they put him in this VR world, and it's just two fucking scantily clad women going, hey, we're in a camp, and we're gonna have premarital sex and smoke weed, and then he just murders them. I'm like, that just summed up the entire series.
I've been summoned.
No, you haven't. Pay attention. We're in the middle of a show.
But, like, and the thing is, like, did all these fucking Jason movies come out, like, in theaters? Because a lot of these seem like they'd be for, like, just playing just TV, like, on those fucking channels where they're always playing, like the made-for-TV fucking horror movies and
it's
shit.
weird. Like, I don't know where the money went, because the thing is, like, they not only did they go to the movie theaters, but they made a shit ton of money. Like, they got a profit each time.
A lot of the movies, like, generally, like, also looked worse too. Like, damn, like, how do we go far into the future, but also take like several fucking like years back?
By the way, I forgot. Jason X isn't just a terrible movie. Like, for some fucking reason, it's a sci-fi future movie that's like 400 or 500 years into the fucking future. Yeah. I forgot.
I love the Leprechaun series, and I also like Jason X. Jason X, you turn your brain off, you consume a large amount of narcotics, especially the ones that make you giggle, and you enjoy it for the appreciate campy bullshit movie that it is. Because honestly, that's all there is to the fucking movie. It's just a reference movie. Like, hey man, do you remember this? Do you remember this lore port? Like, that's why you have these characters do the premarital sex joke, is because that's what everybody knows from fucking Jason films. Yeah. So they're going to give you a reference to that. It was basically the Alien vs. Predator Requiem for the Jason films.
And Alien vs. Predator Requiem was a god-awful movie.
Alan, get him.
Tay saying it sounds like
Requiem was a piece of shit. What kind of explanation is that?
Get him, Alan.
Wait, why are you saying get him Alan?
Yeah, did you say that to Nick?
My name is Nick.
No, I'll celebrate Alan because he's right.
What? You are arguing with the fucking point you was making right now.
No, I was telling Alan to get him. I'll celebrate you. I was in his corner. I had the Allen banner. Like, why are you trying to make me?
Ganja, this is football, and I'm on your team. You tackled the ball, grabbed it, ran to the other end zone, then threw it back to me.
No, I can't make decisions on where the celebratory dance is going to happen, all right? But I'm going to dance, okay?
Celebratory?
I'm sorry, I'm just ignoring Ganja
Holy
at this fucking point.
shit, what did you do in the beginning of the show when you weren't talking to us? Did you just dump your head in some kind of like barrel? What's that noise? Oh god, it scared the fuck out of me. Thank you, Andrew.
Where the fuck is the crack, Ganja? Where's the crack?
Are we just going to ignore that somebody just attacked Nick out of nowhere?
Yeah, Andrew just subscribed, but it scared the shit out of me.
That is the dumbest. Like, I'm sorry, that was the weirdest fucking thing I've ever had to fucking sit through. Where you're just talking so much shit, and then you're like, "Oh man, back to the guy I just stole the point from." Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I was trying to hype you up, and apparently failed. So you know what? Good to you, baby.
No, because you were arguing
Damn.
against me.
Don't argue with me because I was on your side. I was telling you to
You
get.
weren't on my side.
I was on your side.
You literally just said no, Alan. Jason X is like, you just turn your brain off and smoke a bunch of weed, and he had some bullshit. They call back. It's just like, Requiem, get him, Alan. What?
You're like,
Yeah,
what the fuck happened?
I hate Requiem, but I'm okay with Jason X.
I will
Oh
say
my
though,
God.
there's a reason why I'm bringing this up. Actually, Alan, you want to know why?
What's up?
Do you want to know why?
Because you still consistently are trying to make me admit that for some fucking reason you think I like Freddy 6.
No, what's gonna happen is this Saturday you're gonna be watching something through this hole, and through that hole you're gonna be seeing a TV screen and a rabbit,
That's what she said.
and through that, shut up. That's gross, by the way, because this has blood on it. But anyways, you can't see the screen, but it's
Not
like,
even
that was
gonna
the worst
go
thing
there.
to say. Anyways, Leprechaun, Back to the Hood. Someone brought that up in the chat,
Oh,
and I will
no, I
say
don't wanna-
I'm putting you through
wanna.
that. People,
How many fucking Leprechaun movies are there?
there's about 6. This one's the 5th
Oh.
one. In the Hood is the 5th one, and I believe there's Back in the Hood or Back to the Hood, and then there's like one more, and then we got the WWE Films one, which is a remake with Hornswoggle playing Leprechaun, which is fucking great. DJ Miles, by the way.
Yeah,
Oh, go
it's
ahead.
only 6 movies, and I still got 2. Yeah, I think I could. I'm gonna try. Yeah, especially Saturday. I could watch fucking 4 movies in like right before the show. I could probably do a fucking review of the Leprechaun series by this Saturday.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. And then at the same time too, we also had to get into Little People Horror because Chucky is going to be coming out soon as well. I would love to watch that with you as well. Be fucking
Yeah, that
cool.
one is gonna be that one I want to do as well, but that one since there's more movies, it's gonna take a while. Because I know Ganj has actually been watching a bunch of the movies, so I'm probably gonna talk to Ganj how we're gonna review it. Because usually it's just me fucking going on for 10 minutes.
If you want to watch all these horror films, my girlfriend's down to do this, especially the Leprechaun series. She loves all these stupid campy shit. So I'm down to review it with you. I'm just not gonna do a long end review because I ain't got time to do all that shit.
We'll have to figure it out because I remember like when we did the first time and I surprised Nick with the Michael Myers review. I love that review, but I remember going like, oh man, Nick couldn't even get a word in edgewise, and that was just me kind of ranting for 30 minutes. So I'm just like, yeah, let's kind of we'll have to workshop it just to see how we're gonna do the reviews. But yeah, it's been a while since I watched a bunch of horror movies, and I got free time now. So
one thing I want to bring up too, though, Miles said, "Hey, how's the Game of Thrones going for you?" Well, let me ask you this, man.
Is he
How's
asking
production
me?
going?
Oh, Nick.
How is production going on that Game
Hey,
of
I don't know,
Thrones,
man,
sir?
but everyone has Starbucks, you know. Everyone's well fed and well eaten, you know.
Yeah, because that's what I saw on the screen, and I guess I did need the rabbit. My shit, my bad. But the thing is, though, I'm looking over here, and yeah, you and Christian talk about how great they make this show. They work very, very hard on it, but no one worked hard enough to see 20 times into the editing process of making this fucking show and showing
Yeah.
drafts and editing
That was
and
actually
converting.
my mocha latte. I left it back in the
Yeah,
past.
no. it's funny because like they digitally removed it after the fact, but it's like it shouldn't have got that far. But it's like it does happen. Like again, a lot of people that know more about filmmaking, it does happen. It's just this is very egregious. It's like it doesn't turn me off the show. I'm not ranting about it. I actually found it really fucking funny, honestly.
But like
And
the
the thing
episode before that, people couldn't see because they don't have HDR.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like, yo, this is your last season. This is like the one that matters the most, and you guys
Yeah.
gonna drop the ball like constantly.
The funny thing is the episode with the coffee cup is still a good episode. There's a lot of great dialogue. There's a cool ass ship battle. There's a lot of like stakes. There's a great setup for the next episode. It's just, oh god, I had a weird dream about that Tyrion becomes a random demon and attacks the entire, and they go back in time. I had a lot of weird dreams last night, by the way.
My
I was telling
favorite-
God the other day.
Yo, you gotta tell them my favorite.
Oh, okay. I'll tell him afterwards because I'll never forget that shit. But yeah, the thing about it is like episode 4 is really interesting. There's a lot of good stuff in it, and it's a good setup for the next fucking episode. It feels that they knew that they were gonna get an ending, but it feels like they didn't really think it out before production started. It feels like they had a bunch of ideas like, hey, we want a cool battle in episode 3, we want some build up here, we want some dialogue here. Because the first half, except for the battle, like the first 2 episodes are really good. They're really good setup. Episode 3 is just like, what the fuck happened? Like, what the fuck is going on here? I can't see what's going on. Random bullshit's happening. Last second saves. Holy shit. Episode 4, I'm like, hey, you know what? You're just as good as the first 2 episodes because I think it was directed by the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that the next episode, either it's a battle or maybe they'll save a battle for the final episode. I just hope it's better because it's like, this is definitely the weakest season by far.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
think,
kind of a shame for it to be over.
Yeah, and Miles, who's in the chat, who's fucking with me, by the way, he did beat me in Mortal Kombat, which is very, very annoying, you son of a bitch. But the thing is, though, is him and Christian actually talked about this on Double Toasted on What's in the Box, so guys check that out. Thursdays, actually tomorrow, they'll be talking about some stuff, TV shows as well.
Thursday again? Damn. Where's time going?
I don't know. But the thing is, though, I will say that when it comes
Time goes by fast now.
when it comes to Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
I will say that the show, and I'm not saying like I'm trying to pick on it or whatever, but I've heard very little good about this. Like, even the people who say good shit, there'll be like a couple of comments, and then they just start freaking the fuck out. Like, okay, yeah, it's actually bad, and everything I said is blah blah.
So,
It's like,
okay,
I don't know
question.
what it is. Like,
And I can answer the question. Nick, there's going to be a really weird question, but overall, do you like wrestling?
yeah,
You have literally 95% of the time talked so much shit about wrestling. You're like, oh man, this is awful, shitty storylines, what the fuck are they doing? But you still love the overall product. That's kind of what Game of Thrones is. People love it so much that when something isn't to the quality that they've already established prior, it pisses people off because we know they can do better.
yeah. But that's what I'm wondering. Like, just taking season 8 away from everything else too, just by itself, it's like, why do you feel like everyone? Is it because people were just hyped, like so insanely hyped, or is it really like a bad quality thing? Because like, I can't imagine that this show that has so much lore and so much craziness behind it, how would they be fucking this up like in the last bit? It's like, I don't feel like they're probably fucking up. I think people are just kind of like overly hyped, and they set themselves up for failure. I don't think it's the show's fault. Really.
Okay, because that's the thing. It's a mix. Because obviously, when you overhype something and it's not to the quality you imagined, it's gonna fuck up. But there is a mix of, because the first 2 episodes people generally favorable. Then you get to the episode 3, and you have the darkness, you have the stupid battle formations, and then you have the ultimate finale of how they dealt with the fucking Night King, which pissed off the book readers. Is they're doing different things, and the stuff that they're doing on their own is just lower quality. It just isn't as good or as interesting, and people are going, you guys are acting really dumb to a show that's really smart. It's like, what's kind of going on here? You're not doing things. People are doing things out of characters. People aren't learning their lessons in a show. Like, again, I was talking to Ridley the other day. He's like, this is a show where people learn their lessons and learn from their past mistakes and don't do the same thing twice until they get to season 8 where they're making the same fucking mistakes. Where Daenerys doesn't know that ships are armed with dragon-killing fucking baristas. Holy shit. Ballistas. Dragon-killing ballistas. And she just flies right in like a moron. And it's like, these characters aren't learning lessons that they've already learned.
Dragon just goes down.
I like how these
was
baristas
awesome.
left their coffee cups on that fucking table.
Yeah, it kind of works out.
I'm about to go in. Oh, the hot coffee.
Sebastian in the chat says, without George Snows, they can't write for shit. I didn't think of anything for a year and a half. They set up the Night King storyline for it to look dark and die like a dumbass. How does she get in there? Yeah. So that's the thing, man. Like,
Yeah.
I can't argue with any of this stuff. It's just, I really do hope that it is something where, okay, people are responding effectively to whatever the quality of the show is, and it's not some shit where it's like hype, either hyped or killed the show. Like, I've seen this shit happen with Walking Dead where there's like negative hype, and then no matter what the show does, it's bad now. And then you see Avengers Endgame where it's positive hype, and no matter what they do for Avengers, it's going to be great. It's like, sometimes people decide whether or not it's quality before it even fucking comes out, and it's like,
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Like, people walking in, they're like, we're talking about Detective Pikachu. Ganja probably already decided he liked it. But I'm not gonna throw Ganja in the bus. I'll let him talk about it later. But I know a bunch of people have already decided they like it. Me, I've never really been that much into Pokemon. I watched the anime. I'm gonna go in and just hope that it's a decent movie. I don't give a flying fuck about Pokemon. I don't hate it. I'm just kind of like, it's not for me. I'm gonna watch it just so we can review about it, and maybe it'll be a good movie. But there are people there that it's like, because you see it in the chat when people are like, oh man, fuck the critics. They don't know what they're fucking talking about. This movie's going to be the best fucking movie ever. It's already my movie of the year. And it's like, I hate that mentality because I don't believe any movie is good until after I fucking watch it. Like, John Wick, I'm excited for. That's coming out next week. That could easily suck. I did not like John Wick 2 when I first watched it. It wasn't until the second viewing. I'm like, oh, okay, this is a really good movie. So I could hate John Wick, but I'm not going in there thinking it's already great. It could easily suck.
And Jay, I'm going to ask you really quick too, because you are actually someone that's pretty good about not getting overly hyped for shit before it comes out. Like, it's almost hard to understand what you like because you just don't get hyped until it's done. But has there been anything that you feel like you decided whether or not you're gonna like it before, like music or anything in entertainment?
Let's see. Beyonce is a definite.
Yeah. I imagine so.
Usually movies having to do with Lupita. That's a definite. Um, Shoot. Besides that, honestly, really nothing.
Yeah, because I even remember too. You weren't even hyped about like Black Panther, like you said, Lupita, but she's in that movie, and I don't remember you like really losing your shit about that. You were just like, oh yeah, it's cool.
I was excited for Black Panther.
Okay, yeah.
That's one of the Marvel movies I was excited for. Like when it comes to those movies, I'm basically just like whatever.
Yeah, I almost get too within the hype. Like, and sometimes they'll kill it. Like, I don't know if part of my dislike for Resident Evil 2 and Mortal Kombat 11 this year is because I was too hyped. But like, man, dude, it took like minutes for me to get upset about both of those games. Like, it really bothered the fuck out of me.
Well, that's the thing. Like when you're hyped about something, it takes you like it's gonna take you a while. Like again, with other movies that I fucking just could not stand. It's like at first, like the Assassin's Creed movie. Like I was so hyped for that. I was like, yo man, it's gonna be great. And I was like, oh man, as soon as I saw the first like action scene, I'm like, I should have known right then and there this movie's gonna be suck. But I'm like, you know what? No. It's Assassin's Creed. I love the series. It's gonna be great. It wasn't until about halfway that I'm like, I gotta stop defending this. This movie's fucking trash. So it's like that ends up happening. But there's some people out there that it's like they'll put themselves in a knot. It's like, no, I really liked it. But then you'll see them talking so much shit. It's like, did you like this, or are you just saying you like this because everyone else is?
Yeah, exactly. And Ganj, I'm gonna ask you, man. Like, what are some things? I mean, he did throw you under the bus, but like, do you feel that way about Detective Pikachu, where it's like you've decided now before you see it, it's gonna be great?
No, first of all, how dare you put opinions upon me that are not mine?
Oh bullshit! You were giving so much fucking hype to the Lion King trailer, you fucking bastard.
Yeah, I appreciate for what they were doing there. It was just a remake of the fucking cartoon, but it was well done animation in terms of live action. I could appreciate when they try to do something like that, but in terms of like a storytelling, I'm not gonna lose my mind. But this is at least original content. They're not trying to do like the first Pokemon movie over again. But I swear to God, if they do that, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed. If this guy,
technically, they already did.
Gets blasted and turns into stone.
Stone?
All the pink Pokemon have to cry, and the cries just come into him and bring him back to life. I'm gonna be fucking pissed. Fuck that bullshit. But
they did that again with Pikachu. Like they did the reverse. They had Pikachu turn to stone.
I know they did, Jet. I hope they don't do it with the live action one. But I know they're doing some similarities to the first movie, especially with Mewtwo being involved and all that.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like,
but I am a little hyped, but it's not gonna change my judgment because if the movie is garbage and the Pokemons just look pretty, that's just a rental film right off the bat.
Yeah, and by the way, too, I never get a chance on Walking Dead, so thank you, Sebastian, for giving me a fucking reason. He says, I don't know how the show got good without Rick, but they've been improved on the writing and the story, better acting than secondary characters.
Really? That's so fucking weird. Hey, we got rid of the main, most recognizable person of the show, and then the quality just goes up.
No, seriously, dude, as soon as they did the time jump and Rick being gone, the show went up, like, at least 30% in quality. Like,
oh
my God, Negan is actually a character, not just, like, a one-liner fucking machine.
Yeah.
The villains are fucking great, man. And I will say though, the worst part about it is zombies. I'm so fucking sick of zombies. That's kind of why I didn't like Resident Evil 2 too. I'm sick to death of fucking zombies. What were you saying?
The thing is like I watched because I love season 7. Season 7 is like one of my favorite seasons. Like everything about it was great. It like had great episodes, good character moments. Negan was incredible, and it leads up to a fucking incredible climax where they're about to go to a war and they actually have a fucking fight. It's fucking great. Season 8 is just a one long action scene, and it is dull by halfway. You're just like, I don't give a fuck. I ended up just doing my fucking homework. I was just doing other shit while watching. I'm like, oh, nothing's happened? Cool. And season 9, I'm just like, fuck you and your bridge, you stupid fucks. I don't care. So it's just like, as soon as Rick's quote-unquote last episode, I'm like, I don't feel like watching this right now. But apparently it's gotten way better, so I'm like, yeah, I'll check it out. I think the season's over, or at least about to finish.
It was just one of those situations where I feel like they filmed this shit in the beginning of, like, when they were doing the season prior or whatever. And then, like, when they did the episodes where Rick is gone, they put so much production that it took them a long time to get the second half ready. And when they got that second half ready, they're able to see reviews of like, man, people hate these speeches. People hate fucking all these ridiculous like dramatic
speeches. Holy shit! People give so much shit to the fucking CW shows for having a speech every episode, but fuck, this show just has a speech. This episode just every episode is just a one long speech.
Yeah. So they're just able to kind of get a chance to reap, and that's why I always get mad. Like we were talking about this last show we had on the Midnight. We're talking about like Captain Marvel, Brie Larson. She's gonna be in like every fucking movie, like for the next 7 movies or whatever the fuck. And it's like, you should probably read your audience first before you decide upon us that we're gonna have to deal with her shit. You didn't even give us a chance to tell you that we didn't like her. You know what I mean? Like, she's
And we
terrible. Yeah, like,
Just-
even in Endgame, it's like I can't even get mad about how she was in Endgame because that was filmed before she was either criticized or loved. You didn't give her a chance to like grow. It's just like, oh, you're Captain Marvel forever now. It's like, dude, give us a fucking shot. Like, you know.
they can't recast her as soon as they fucking put her in a movie. Two
But
movies.
they should tell her like, okay, hey, people think this way, and Captain Marvel did this, success, whatever, with money. How
well,
about
the thing
you
is with
emote?
Endgame is Endgame was probably filmed. I'm gonna go on a limb and say probably her scenes in Endgame were filmed probably prior to even her Captain Marvel debut. But Captain Marvel 2, now they have that chance because Captain Marvel. Who knows when the fuck Captain Marvel 2 is coming out? But now they have a chance to fix it up. Now they have a chance to change it and make it hopefully a better movie, a better product. Get Brie Larson. Hey, Brie Larson, it's okay to show an emotion. It's okay. You don't have to sound like you're a fucking piece of wood. We have a
Yeah.
little robot on the staff that has more emotion than you do.
And one thing to bring up really quick, and I actually want to be positive because I noticed I talk shit a lot about female-led movies.
A lot.
Yeah,
Too
I
much.
do.
You make
Yeah.
me look.
Not as much as Alan, because he really does hate women.
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
god, you guys are fucking assholes.
Well, that's why you shouldn't talk shit. But the thing is, though,
Fuck you! I
you
barely
were
said
talking
anything.
shit
You
behind what you were
fuck-
saying.
Alan, I was gonna mention you at all until you said something.
Oh,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up! I don't believe any.
You got that
fucking
target
fuck
right
up.
on your ass. But the thing is, though,
Fuck all y'all.
I will say I'm finally gonna say something positive. This is a first. I might even make this a fucking clip from Twitch. But
Mark it on the calendar.
Wonder Woman, I'm actually thinking that they're doing this the right way. Apparently, this isn't coming out till like middle of next year, and it's like that's how you do it. Whatever they're gonna make, it's like I will say they put their work into it. It's been years now. Like it's gonna be years in between the first one and the second one. There's no excuse for the second one to be shit. And it's not like a big, like, crazy Avengers type, Justice League type fucking thing. It's like, no, we're just putting work into this movie, and we're gonna do it right. I gotta tell you, man, it's really comforting to know that this wasn't rushed because fucking trends and shit. It's like this might be
Yeah.
a really good fucking movie.
And it
Again,
just ends up being
I-
Wonder Woman's version of Winter Soldier.
Probably, I would hope so.
Shit. I mean, hey, the first one was it was Wonder Woman's version of the first Avenger, and it's like the thing about what I liked about Wonder Woman is I felt that it gave kind of a bit of everything that I wanted. It gave me a reason to give a shit about Wonder Woman because as much as she was naive, she's still willing to help and she's just curious about the world. They gave me gorgeous ass fucking action scenes and incredible fucking just things going on. And I got a sense for her, and I got a sense of character. Yeah, we'll talk shit about the climax all day. I have a lot of problems with
Yeah.
the climax, but the fucking most of the movie, I understood how she was gonna help in Justice League, why she existed, and why this movie existed. It gave me reasons for this movie to exist. It gave me reasons to give a shit about Wonder Woman. Why is she going through this adventure? Over the course of the adventure, it's like, okay, because we went Batman v Superman. She's like, hey, I saw the world once in fucking World War I, and I said, fuck that. So what did Woman Know have to do? It had to give me the character and also explain why she just said fuck it. And it's like, yeah, we saw so much garbage. She saw so many people die senselessly in a fucking war. She saw somebody that she gave a shit sacrifice himself, and it lead to fucking nothing. So it's like she sees so much. I get why she says fuck the world after that. That movie explains everything it needs to. Captain Marvel doesn't explain her powers, doesn't explain why she wants to help, doesn't explain what she was for 20 fucking years, and doesn't explain how she's gonna help against Thanos. That movie literally does nothing. You could not watch Captain Marvel and get the exact same fucking everything in Endgame. That is not necessary viewing.
I'm just glad you fucking compared the original Avengers with Wonder Woman because just like Captain America, she fucks up the timeline. When she kills
Oh,
the
yeah.
Ludendorff, he's one of the main reasons Hitler comes to power halfway through. And I just love the alternate history that causes. And no one gets mad about that movie because it's a DC movie and everyone's just happy that it's a certain level of
No,
decent.
you know why no one gets mad about that? Because besides you, nobody knows.
You got a point. They didn't fuck with the timeline that everybody was paying attention to. Me, as someone who likes history, I was like, yo, bitch, what did you do?
Dude, I love the alternate. We were talking about that in the fucking after hours, and we came to the conclusion that World War II just never happened in the DC universe. World War II just did not happen. We just went right to the Cold War.
Yeah, but no, man. I mean, and I wish I could add something to that, but I just history. Ganja needs to teach me some shit one of these days, man. Like I've known you for so long, and I haven't learned a fucking thing. Although I did like going to the American History
Thank
Museum.
you for that. Thank you for the little hint because I'm gonna use that as a chance to plug my shit. So, guys, I got a new.
Oh no, what'd you do?
It's a Versa History Ganja Guru where I'm going to bring up all types of historical podcasts that I know, all types of subject, culture, anything that I think might entertain y'all is going to be on Metropolis on the Facebook page. I'll make sure to send y'all a link. And, of course, it might be on their actual personal YouTube. I'll keep you updated. But I'm actually doing a podcast about history. So, Nick, if you want to learn something, make sure to subscribe to my Patreon.
Oh, absolutely, I will. But the thing is, though, yeah, like oh, by the way, I was thrown off by our new logo. My bad. I'm just like, wait, what account am I on? Anyways.
Oh yeah, I just realized we gotta fucking change the rabbit. We're no longer the fucking MCA, and we're no longer the M there. We gotta change our logo to where the fuck we are.
Alan, Nick's gonna log in tomorrow. He's gonna be like, "Who the fuck is the chat attack?"
Yeah, who was on my
Oh,
shit?
I'll let Nick do that because I don't want him to fucking be like, "Yo, you changed everything, and now we're locked down. Fuck you, you're fired."
I can't fire a motherfucker I'm not paying.
Okay, by the way, just because you're
Yeah, you can. You can
volunteer
be
work,
like, oh, your internship is over.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
by the way, for a PSA for everyone, a volunteer can be fired. If you get
Yeah.
fired for being a volunteer, you're generally terrible at your fucking job, but it is possible.
My girl, she's getting better at Photoshop, but she fucks with Alan all the time with it. And she's offered to help out the MCA if we ever ask her to do thumbnails or anything like that, or just to fuck around for the fan page.
Nice.
And one thing that I found hilarious is like her photo skills have gotten so good, but they're just all Alan in these big ass women poses.
Oh.
And
Yeah, I hate you for that.
Okay,
by the
Alan,
way.
is there any way we could show that at some point?
No.
Okay.
No, that's what I'm telling people because I'm glad we're not going to show them because I just want their imaginations to run wild. And it is an amazing series of art that is just being shared between the private group, and I want to keep it like that because they are fucking amazing.
No, they
people,
are
you guys don't
not.
understand,
They are
guys.
awful.
One of the things she says, so if y'all ever want to hire me, just let me know. And I told her, shit, I was like, yo, the MCA, we're not a business. We're more like a collective volunteer group. So if you want to volunteer your free time, you're more than welcome to.
No, the thing is, when it comes to like and they're asking like, oh no, not midnight anymore. It's like, dude, we were never midnight, honestly. Like, I hated that fucking like we had to explain that shit. Like, oh, well, it's midnight somewhere. It's like, oh, that's such a bad
Dude,
excuse.
I literally loved how we just were inconsistent with everything we fucking did. One, we had a banner in which we never went at 7:30. Two, we never went at midnight. We had a midweek on the wrong fucking day of the week. We had a video game show called the Untitled Video Game Show, which had 3 titles every fucking episode. It was just a running gag that I loved.
We weren't really hanging out at ringside on the ringside hangout.
Oh yeah, the ringside hangout. The ringside hangout, more like the ringside bitch out. Like, I'll tell you how fucking
Hold on. Nick, do you remember Wrestling on Wednesdays?
Fuck you, man. We did Wrestling Wednesdays, and it was uploaded on Friday.
Wait, what?
It got released several times on Friday.
Yeah, because we would get flagged and I had to upload it on Friday.
Oh
but
yeah,
still got
midweek
the
on
logo.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever the fuck we wanted to do it. Oh, and we're not gonna get started on the show. Nick's
Yo,
canceled.
man, we got a trip coming out. We're gonna do it live from New York City. Come to the date. We're in fucking Los Angeles.
And I know what you're gonna say, Alan. Alan's gonna be funny because I try to do a bunch of fucking shows that was supposed to include you motherfuckers that don't show up.
Yeah, we were there. By the way, there's a rule for Nick's show. If you guys get less than 5 episodes, you're canceled. After 5, there's a good chance you'll stick around.
You son of a bitch. Stop fucking
No,
talking
no.
to me.
You got y'all. What are these?
SoundCloud lasted 5 more episodes. It would have kept going.
By the way, you all gotta fucking. You have gotta ask this guy the number of fucking gaming shows he's tried to fucking make. There's like at least 7 of them.
8-bit bullshit can return. I'm
Yo,
just saying.
my favorite,
Can it?
no, G shit. My favorite is the one where he lost his fucking mind playing every goddamn morning while we were out there in Austin.
Oh, the
Hey,
Sunrise Chat Attack.
it's the Sunrise Chat. We're gonna play this game as I slowly descend into the deepest parts of my mind and hear the demons.
No,
Dude,
I
I
really
went back to
wish-
watch some of those, and he just goes off for 20 minutes about his internet company, like he's about to just end it all.
Yeah, I needed a therapist, and podcasting's free, so.
Oh, I don't know if I told this story. I don't give a fuck. Y'all gonna hear it again. My favorite hands down moment with Nick, old school MCA shit. This is not recorded. I wish it was. Was I guess the show had started fucking up after they had a really good wrestling show, and he's just going, "Fuck, motherfucker, god damn it!" And I come in, and I think he's just joking around or just trying to act up for the show. So I'm like, yeah, Nick, you fucking up because you a dumb motherfucker, Nick. You don't know how to do you don't know how to do controls. Look at you. Look, you're disappointing the audience, man. They came in to watch a good show because you just constantly fucking up. Ganja, I swear to God, I'm going to kill you, Ganja. And I think we're playing around this whole time. And at one point, like, I swear to God, if I had a gun, I'll shoot myself in the head. I was like, Nick, calm down. Calm down. Bro, here's the rope. Don't use the gun. I don't trust you right now.
The thing is, like, as he's telling the story, I'm literally getting pissed off, legitimately. Like, he's starting to get on my fucking nerves.
He yelled out this fucking gorilla grunt. Ah!
I literally just screamed, and my fucking mic peaked, and fucking Hovik's just like, hey, bro, he still wanted to argue about AC/DC. We were, like, talking about AC/DC.
Why the fuck are you talking about AC/DC?
Because we're arguing about Eric Bischoff's theme song from WWE. And I was like, the first time he was on was AC/DC. Like, I'm showing you. He's like, bro, I don't remember that, bro. I'm like, it's Google. It's telling you. It's AC/DC. And we're just arguing. And then Ganja comes in. I'm just like, oh, my God, dude. Like, I'm literally about to fucking have an epileptic fit right now. I'm about to lose my fucking mind. And Ganja's just enjoying himself. So happy. To the point where, like, I think afterwards I got into a main call with all of you guys and was quiet. And Ganja's still happy. He's just like, man, that was funny, huh? Yeah, man. Woo. Man, that was great. Fucking asshole, dude.
I didn't know.
Fucking evil son of a bitch.
Oh my God.
Oh man, yeah, but no, people. So yeah, Midnight's gone and dead. And the thing that's not gone and dead though is well, actually, okay, we'll have a couple more topics and then we'll get the fuck out of here. But keep in mind, people, at the very bottom of the screen over here, you can see Double Toasted starting soon. They're starting at 9:45 CST. So yeah, we're gonna be leaving very, very quick. Alan, I'm gonna get your opinion on something really quick. We're gonna do these kind of quick, okay, sir? Anthem, are you gonna give this another chance? Because apparently BioWare is saying they're committed to Anthem despite Dragon Age 4 focus and all those rumors and shit. Are you gonna give this another shot?
I mean, I still fucking own the game, so yeah.
Yeah, are you gonna play with me? Or are you just gonna leave me like you and
Oh
Ganja
my
leave
God,
me
I'm
all
so
the fucking
sick.
time?
Okay, by the way, guys, another PSA: never play a game with Nick ever. Because if you're not just married to his fucking dick throughout the whole fucking time, he'll never let it live it down.
People, no, don't act like I'm fucking.
No,
They
you are the
leave me
biggest fucking
completely.
bitch when it comes to this shit.
They leave me
You got-
completely.
Because you're a fucking bitch, that's why. Because we were fucking playing Ark, and like he fucking killed me, and I just wasn't talking to him. I was like, hey, you know what? I'm mad. We were able to go. Let's go back to it. Never let that shit go. And he's like, you know, I just never want to fucking play with Alan ever again. Oh, I can't believe Alan left me. Bitch, you left us.
But you left before, and 90s, our old co-host,
Oh
and
my
fucking
God! Once
Ganja.
for 5 fucking minutes.
No, and I would never.
You're like a trained house pet.
How many fucking times we try to play a real-time strategy game and I'm trying to learn and shit, you guys get me addicted and then you leave and I'm over here still fucking itching and shit.
Yeah, it's called going to bed.
Nah, man, you know what you guys did? I made this
And
fucking...
then you stop playing.
I made this reference earlier to Ganja, where I basically said, like, yeah, you guys got me addicted to the coke and then you guys go to rehab and find God, and I'm fucking stuck with the addiction.
Well, no, because we would go to fucking bed one day and hey, guess what? We have fucking life. It's not our fault. You're gonna sit there and ruin your fucking life playing it for 14 hours straight. We have other shit to fucking do. And then you just sit there and bitch and we leave you. It's like, no, we have lives, motherfucker.
Alan, you're in your own corner, man. I got 14,000 hours in Hearts Iron.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a fucking ton of hours in fucking bullshit
You
too,
started
but like,
playing Assassin's Creed and Battlefield. I remember that shit. I'm not stupid. I see you on PSN.
no, I'm offline.
You motherfucker.
I know you don't see me.
You?
The only
No,
one that
because you
stayed
always
was
do
Jet,
this.
by
You
the
always
way.
get fucking mad. We don't fucking leave you. You could just, hey Nick, hey, you could just be like, hey, why don't you just join us? When we fucking had our crazy fucking base in the middle of the forest, and it was just Night of the Living Dead every 5 fucking minutes, you could have just came over. You like fucking killing things. You could have came over and killed. You would have got so much fucking experience. But you're like, no, I'm gonna do my own things. You guys always leave me. You could just join us. And
Well,
same
I
thing
mean,
with Anthem.
then explain what happened to me, Alan. Explain what happened to me.
What happened to me? Blame Ganja. Because Ganja will never fucking
Wait.
succeed. No. This is some bullshit arc. I'll never fucking play again.
What?
Because I fucking love building. I love building more than anything. I am the builder. I will build a fucking 15-story fucking thing if I could. But every time we build a fucking location,
No, better get to the point.
shut the goddamn hell up.
How's
every
it
time-
my fault?
Let me fucking finish. Every fucking time we build a fucking place and it's incredible, we're doing all this cool shit, some fucking assholes with their fucking rocket launchers on fucking dragons come in and blow the fucking place to smithereens. And I tell Ganja, hey, can we play on a private server? The game's hard enough with the fucking monsters. There's like 8 of us. What we find is like, no, you gotta get good. Stop being shit. 4 times in, I'm fucking done. The last place we lost, we
Get
defended
good.
for months. I'm done.
But I rebuilt it though. That's what I'm saying.
And then what happened? What happened,
And
Jet?
you didn't come back.
After a month
Blow up.
of basically going back and forth and rebuilding that place, I was just okay. We got everything settled here. Everything's replaced with stone. Like, okay, everyone can start coming back anyway. Where y'all at?
I like to point out I built that entire place in 2 weeks. And it
Yeah,
got
it's a
blown
lot
up in
harder
32
to fucking
seconds.
defend it.
No, it got blown up in 30 fucking seconds, and 90s didn't tell me for a week and a half because we were on vacation.
Yeah, but we were there for a month, like fixing the place.
You
and
came
shit.
back after we fucking left. Just play with us, like with Anthem, to bring it all back full fucking circle. The only reason we stopped is because I had fucking exams. We could literally just play whenever the fuck. We're just
I
Mortal
wanna play
Kombat's
tonight.
out.
Can we play tonight?
I fucking work
Oh
tomorrow.
god damn it!
Why don't we play during the video game show we're doing tomorrow?
Okay, maybe. What were you saying, Ganja?
I was about to say, you better get an excuse, and you look at that, you got an excuse.
Yeah. And by the way,
I
how
have
was this
work
Ganja's
tomorrow.
fault? We didn't get to the point where this is Ganja's fault.
Yeah, it is because Ganja, instead of saying, "Hey, maybe we should go on a private server," fuck you. Maybe instead of going on a private server or doing something else, so we don't have to continue. He's like, "No, we got to go to a server populated with as many people as possible, so we can take it over." Oh, your place got blown up, Alan. That you spent fucking 14 hours building. Well, sucks to be you. You should get better. Fuck you,
By the way, we haven't even played Mortal Kombat 11 yet.
motherfucker. I got a life.
Oh, you played so many games. You prestige. This motherfucker got to the highest level in Battlefront, and like did it again. Or whatever the fuck.
By the way, I've beaten 4 games the last week and a half.
Yeah, you full of shit, motherfucker.
Every time, bitch, you barely got fronts from the sound of it.
He doesn't even enjoy Days Gone, and he beat it.
I didn't beat Days Gone. I
If
clocked
he
5
don't
hours.
freaking off, and he still beats
No,
it.
no,
He beat
I
Resident Evil
fucking
2.
beat. Okay, the list of games I've beaten right now are Evil Within 2, Spyro Reignited, the first one, Evil Within 2, and an old Xbox 360 game called Gun.
That's a lot of free time, sir.
I'm
Not really.
saying.
Most of those games clock under 15 hours. So.
Yet at one point, y'all, and Gertz and Julian knows this because I played with them off the show. I'm always on Mortal Kombat 11. You've never joined a fucking King of the Hill match. You never fucking joined a one-on-one match. Like
He's never texted me.
I'm hiding this behind the whole that there was a topic and stuff about Anthem. Fuck that. No, I need some therapy. I'm lonely, people. No one wants to play video games with me. What the
Because
fuck?
you're a bitch.
I would like to practice on some Overwatch, Alan. You don't even want to buy
Oh,
Overwatch.
I'm never fucking playing Overwatch. I stopped after I'm never playing that game again.
I'm so fucking lonely. What can I do?
You literally just said you had Gertz and Julian and a bunch of people playing Mortal Kombat with you. DJ Miles isn't in the chat anymore, but he was playing with you, so he had plenty of people to fucking play.
He was asking you to play today.
Yeah, well, that's true. Well, I'm doing a show. I'm really busy. I'm busy playing every single video game and beating all of them.
Motherfucker, I got work, one of us recordings, and this fucking show.
Matter of fact, speaking of one of us, the Future Down website, when do you want to give a plug real quick?
I think
I did actually give a plug. I gave a plug about the chat attack, and half the hosts laughed because they're like, "Why do you guys call it the midnight chat attack? It was out at midnight." And I didn't feel like explaining it.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm glad that we're now just a chat tag.
That's how you represent us out in these streets when you're not around us? Is that how you put our name out there, motherfucker? Really?
Yeah. We
Really?
literally just made fun of the show right now.
You don't defend us?
No.
Well, I
I
wouldn't
actively
defend us
make fun of the name. What are you talking about? We do that shit for years.
Yeah, I honestly, I would not defend our name. The midnight, but the chat tag though, that's good now. We're all good. Andrew's saying, let's play Star Wars Battlefront 2 on Xbox One, Nick. I probably would if I had the game. I know it's cheap now.
I have it on PS4, so.
Yeah, if you could get it on there or something. Man, see, that's why they need to bring the whole multi-platform, like you can play cross-play or whatever. Like, Jesus
That's
Christ.
probably gonna be a next. Like, I don't know if that's gonna be a next generation thing, but I feel like that's gonna. I feel like in next 10 years, I think we're gonna see that because it's getting to the point where multiplayer games, it's no longer the selling point they used to be. Because multiplayer games used to be the fucking selling point. Like, oh man, gotta get Call of Duty, man. You gotta get fucking, Medal of Honor. You gotta get all this bullshit because the multiplayer is what's sold. You gotta get Halo. But now we got to the point where it's like. Those games don't sell as much as like single players. It's the cycle now where it's like people don't really want to play multiplayer except for some indie stuff like Overcooked and all that shit. But we're getting to a point where people are more like, hey, give me a single player fucking story. Oh, it's exclusive. Okay, I'm more likely to go to this platform now because of it. But something like Rocket League, like, well, let me play with my friend that has an Xbox One. They're doing that. Let me play with my friend that has a PC. They're doing that. So stuff that's multiplayer only or multiplayer exclusive, I think we're gonna start seeing that more and more and more for cross-platform games.
No, yeah, I definitely agree. Speaking of doing this kind of stuff, because I mean, this is an issue that actually does affect MK11 as well, even though it probably affects lots of other bullshit. I'm gonna get your opinion on this too. Apparently, Josh Hawley, some U.S. senator, I don't know what the fuck his actual like. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
Ganja
great
just
man.
said the words U.S. Senator and great man in the same sentence. You a lying bitch.
Only for what he's proposing. For all I know, he's like an anti-abortion guy. But for
Dude, I bet that guy's a Nazi.
Well, he is saying that he wants to ban loot boxes and pay to win microtransactions, so I guess he is kind of cool in a sense. But why is a
No.
U.S. senator even giving a fuck about this? By the way,
Because okay, so Ganja's gonna say something, and I'll let him explain that. By the way, by the end of Ganja's points, it's never gonna fucking happen because money talks louder than this does. The reason the U.S. senator is talking about it is because for like the last 20 fucking years since video games have been as popular as they are, every U.S. senator is like, well, I'm gonna make my platform to attack video games. And it started off with the like GTA and Mortal Kombat, where the fucking like Jack Thompson people were like, we can't let these games exist like this. Look at this, it's teaching you to go kill hookers and bullshit like that. And all they were using it was a platform to make themselves more well known. And it always fucking happens. They always attack video games. Like, oh, that school shooting? Well, it's because of video games, not because of our lax gun laws and our lack of giving a shit about what kids experience. No, it's video games that cause these fucking problems. This is just, hey, loot boxes and gambling. Well, you know what? We can attack video games. We can attack the entire fucking industry on this loot box thing because U.S. senators just want to use this as a platform to be more popular.
yeah. And Julian, I'll I guess read this because even though I might be wrong in this sense, he's saying, Nick, it is a big deal. They are promoting gambling on underage kids. I mean, I don't think that's the case either, though, because I remember, like, back in the day, too, you would buy certain things just to enhance your game. I think making it, like the loot box issue, like, yeah, that's definitely gambling. But when you want to buy a skin that you want your character to look like, it's like, I think it's bad on them, but it's like if the kid wants it, give us the option to do it if we want to.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
like,
come on,
Devil
Mortal
May Cry
Kombat
does it
was
for-
sold to kids.
You heard Alan's opinion, which was
Yeah,
completely
go ahead.
wrong. And I just like to point out, Nintendo helped out a lot of those lawyers' platform when they were trying to censor video games. So make sure to keep that in mind next time you play your Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, 20 fucking years ago.
When it
Because
comes,
nothing's changed since
when
then.
it comes to a lot of loot boxes, the way a lot of these games, especially Overwatch, they're kind of the biggest one where you're not buying certain other DLC skins. They are randomized, and when it gets to the point of randomized gifts in terms of you're putting money in and you're receiving either a item that has a certain quantity of profit value towards it, it is considered gambling. That's how it always works. That's how they get people on the street corners that do those little memory games where you put $5 in, you might win $10 if you choose the right type of coin or some shit. Because that's gambling. That is the spirit of gambling. The fact that you're winning money through the series of luck. And me being Native American, I make a lot of my money through that shit, and my healthcare is provided through gambling. So I experienced this firsthand. I remember hanging out at casinos, and the reason that it works so well as a system is it allows people to feel they have some kind of control with it. Now, you have the gameplay aspect of a lot of these games that you play, you get another levels, you get another coins, you get whatever the fucking token system base is, and you have a chance to do these gamble loot crate boxes. Now, what the new modern trend is, those things aren't in-game items. See, a lot of things, like when you talk about DLC, I don't know how they're going to do microtransactions, because that is considered under your selling extra in terms of original game. So I don't see microtransactions being a problem, but the loot boxes are, because you're spending extra money on the possibility of winning this new skin. One, they're reselling you something over again that you have already bought from the $60 because it's already within the game system. It has to just be unlocked from you winning an actual loot box. So that's a problem in itself in terms of trying to sell you a product over and over again, which in some states I think is illegal from the do. And the second thing is, it is, from the letter of the world, it is gambling. The European Union is actually trying to pass a law now banning loot crates because, by the very definition of the word, it's gambling. Like, you might have to say, like, lawyers are trying to use this as a platform. And I'll let you know right now, Alan, probably a lot of them are trying to fucking get those parent campaigns.
Oh, it always happens.
Moms Against Gambling or all that bullshit. But when it comes to a lot of people within the government itself, they want money from that. So by them classifying it as gambling, they can either restrict it to a certain level where it could be allowed for, let's say, games for adults over 18. So you're not going to see games that are for T15 and E having microtransactions or gambling features like loot boxes, but it's going to be a feature that adults have for a mature audience. And you're going to probably see a tax on video games that have that feature so they can make an income out of it. That's one of the things that a lot of people are worried about with, I forget the whole big internet deal. Do you remember the name of it by the chance, Alan?
For what exactly?
The one where the senators were trying to pass a law that they passed that restricts internet use.
Oh, yeah, the net neutrality. Yeah, is that
That was one of the biggest thing about internet neutrality is it gives the government a little more control of how the system of internet exchange is done. And this is a good point to it. They're going to try to do this because a lot of these states are either losing money or the federal government is losing money because you basically have this quote unquote legal gambling going on that honestly it caters to minors. Your nephew Nick and my little brother, their generation, young Generation Z, they're buying the fuck out these skins and these loot box DLCs, and they're getting the little rush of gambling that we all get when we go to a casino. It's just because it's not an actual machine or it's not surrounded by cartel waitress. People don't consider it gambling, but in the terms of the letter of the law, it is legit gambling.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, Jay, I'm gonna ask you too. Like, I mean, you're not a person who probably buys any of these skins or whatever, but I know you have people in the family that kind of freak the fuck out. Do you feel like they should completely wipe all the microtransactions of loot box out, or do you feel like maybe people should have the option to at least buy a couple of skins or whatever, just not randomized?
Yeah, I like more of like the option to buy a couple skins that basically like so your character's not completely plain. Like I do get basically like more basically like earning certain skins or whatever, so you're not looking the same as everyone else and stuff like that. But buying them, I'm not for that. But the thing is, loot boxes and stuff like that, like paying all that money just for a chance to get something that, well, like some games basically you get the same thing like multiple times over, so you're spending like maybe like $50 over and over again, and you keep getting something that you don't want or multiples of this item that you don't even really need, and it's just like, oh, now I just spent fucking $100 trying to get one thing that. With some games, basically, you can't even pay for. You can't even earn in game. I mean, so it's just like, well, what the fuck?
Mass Effect 3 characters.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm basically thinking of. Like, kept getting the same fucking characters I did not want over and over again. I refused to pay with real money, and just imagine if I did use real money. Like,
I did use real money.
Getting the same fucking character over and over again multiple times just for like different variants and like fucking like colors and shit for your armor. Bullshit. Let me just buy the goddamn character.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's like now when it comes to the loot box and gambling, like the reason I started before even Gaja made his point that money talks too much, so it's gonna fall on deaf ears. Mm-hmm. When it comes to the gambling, it's like I still stand by my words that nothing's gonna change with that, as far from the law. It's like, okay, when we see a lot of the stuff as far as trends in any industry, but obviously I'll focus on the video game industry, we start to see how the general audience reacts to it and how it changes. Before season passes became the norm, there were online passes. If you bought a used game, in order to go online, you had to pay a fee. That was people hated that so much that I think it lasted like 6 months. So, okay, people hate that. With this whole loot boxes, it's starting to get there where the people are like, you know what, we don't really like these. Microtransactions they're basically a different thing that are kind of combined. Like microtransactions to certain degrees, like I look at games like, again, not to bring up, this is one of my favorite series, but Assassin's Creed, I believe in Black Flag, they had microtransactions. And what the microtransactions were to give you points to level up, stuff for your ship, whatever the fuck. But none of which actually ever mattered unless you were lazy. But it's not like it was super hard to get any of this stuff. You just played the game regularly and you unlock stuff as you played the fucking game. In Assassin's Creed Unity, you could basically, there was like 20 fucking skins, all that shit, whatever the fuck, all that stuff you'd unlock through in-game stuff, except for the very last one. And if it was a weapon, you'd unlock every single fucking weapon. The last one was more powerful than the weapon prior, but if you just upgrade the weapon prior, it was not that much of a difference. So games like that where it's like, hey, it's not necessary, but it's for people that just don't feel like playing this fucking shit, which I don't fucking get why you're getting a video game if you don't feel like playing it. That makes no fucking sense to me. But it exists in that sense, and that's why microtransactions never really bugged me, because like I played Overwatch for weeks. I probably clocked in like 40 hours. I never bought a single loot box because I never wanted to. But same thing with I played so many Assassin's Creeds, so many Battlefields, so much Battlefront. I've never paid for it because I've never felt the need to.
Yeah, like there's a big difference. Like Overwatch, I don't feel like I was fucked. MK11 fucked me hard.
I was just about to bring up MK11. MK11 kind of crossed the line because that feature is a necessary requirement in order to level up through these different towers.
Yeah, and I don't feel like Overwatch did me wrong.
Able to progress, that's gambling, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
And the thing is, no Assassin's Creed has ever done me wrong when it comes to their microtransactions. Same thing with Battlefield, and honestly, I'll say even straight up, I'll say this even with Battlefront 2. I played Battlefront 2 the other day. I had a great fucking time with it. I had a great time with both the fucking. They put a horde mode in that's totally customizable, and I had a fucking blast with it. Then I went and played online, and I had a fucking blast with it. So it's like, yeah, there are like, it's one of those things where there's every industry is always going to try to find ways of making new money. It's like microtransaction to me is the ringtone era of the music industry. Remember when that happened?
That's a really wow. That was actually a really really good way of playing that.
And
Yeah, I remember that shit. That was terrible.
Eventually decided, and it just moved into another fucking forum. And I feel like loot boxes are slowly going to dwindle down, not because some U.S. senator has a hard on and thinks he can get reelected, but because the average person is no longer going to support it, and it's going to move into something else. That's how all industry, that's how all trends work.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that, man. But the thing is, and I will let to even continue on the conversation too, because we do have some more topics. But I guess I'll say that for tomorrow, which is the Unnecessary Gaming Show. We're going to be reacting to State of Play. Good God, I hope it's good. I hope it's good.
Oh, it's not. The last one was a VR Direct. This one's going to be probably just as much garbage.
Well, they did say they're going to show some medieval gameplay, which, I mean, you just played Spyro, so I mean, maybe if you want to, you can review it tomorrow. It's up to you if you have the time.
Wait,
But
what's today?
today's Wednesday.
No, is it the 9th or the 8th?
The 8th.
Oh, tomorrow, Sony's having another fucking
Sony Direct.
Yeah, Sony Direct.
Yeah. It's probably gonna be garbage. Like, I'll watch it, but like, honestly, I have zero expectations. So, as anything more than nothing is probably gonna be a plus for me. So.
All I know is you're gonna have to keep me updated because I'm gonna see that Pikachu, that Pikachu, that Pikachu.
Yeah, I'll probably see it tomorrow as well.
Yeah, and if you guys are gonna see it, I'm not, because I'm sick of buying movies that fucking suck. I'll be watching that on a free platform.
Oh, don't lie to
Just
me.
fuck
You're
that
gonna
shit.
watch that fucking movie in theaters.
Okay, even if here's the thing. If I do, it's because I've been waiting my whole fucking life, Alan, for a live-action Pikachu movie or Pokemon movie.
Yeah, so don't lie to me. You're gonna watch that shit in theaters.
That's why I'm going. Like, no one here's gonna argue with that.
No, but I've been doing this shit for lots of movies, and I keep buying shit that fucking is garbage. It's like I feel like if I don't spend money on it, it'll be good. If I go and spend money on a ticket, it's gonna be bad.
By the way, yeah, this year has been a disaster. Like, I can't think of a single fucking game this year that I've played that I've legit enjoyed.
Biggest disappointment this year had to be Avengers.
Yeah, in game. Well, yeah, it's just like for show. Well, shows. I mean, yeah, that's neither here or there. I mean, there's so many shows that come out. It's like I don't even think I watch a lot of it. But for video games and movies, yeah, dude, like Resident Evil 2 and MK11, and we'll talk about that more tomorrow and everything. But it's like, dude, what the fuck?
Too, right? Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I know Julian will completely agree with you. Like, he loves that fucking game, and I hopefully, Julian, you'll message me tomorrow or in a couple days saying, you know, man, you're right, Nick. Resident Evil 2 is garbage, and we can agree on that. But I don't know.
No, I'll give a review. I beat it, and I beat fucking Claire and Leon's campaign, so I can review tomorrow.
Yeah, but anyways, we're gonna get the fuck out of here because Double is starting. You guys see it right here. 13 minutes, 57 seconds remaining.
Fuck it, go 10 more minutes. One more topic. We can do it.
No, we're getting the fuck out of here. But the thing is, though, what we're not going to be doing, though, afterwards is that we're not going to be ignoring all the stuff that you guys do outside of this show. So, Alan, you go first, man. What are you doing outside of the MCA? Oh, not the MCA, just the CA. We got to figure out a different way to say that.
Caw!
the caw. No, but what you been up to, man? And where can we find what you been up to?
Yeah, so a lot of the stuff I've been doing is part of One of Us. So if you go to oneofus.net and go to Screener Squad, I'm doing a lot of stuff. We just did a review for a movie that just recently came out called Knock Down the House. That's actually focusing on AOC, Ganja's favorite Democrat at the moment right now. Just that's up there, so be sure to check that out. We are doing a bunch of stuff on we're doing week by week. We're actually doing the Game of Thrones cast. Their final watch begins, so be sure to check that out. Gotham wrapped up, so we did a full 12 episodes. Every single. Yeah, thank God it's fucking over. But yeah, we did every fucking episode, so be sure to check that out. There's a bunch of stuff on Breakfast Pub that I'm a part of. So just go to One of Us. I'm all over the fucking place if you want to hear me rant about some bullshit.
Absolutely. And then, speaking of you ranting about some bullshit, actually some important bullshit, Mr. Ganja Guru, why don't you tell where they can find you as well as some more, Alan?
I just want to say real quick, she's not my best buddy anymore. She's not supporting Venezuela, and I don't know how to feel about that. So we're on rocky relationship grounds right now. The ice is thoroughly melting at this point. But when it comes to me, I got 2 shows that I'm part of. I already do the Midnight Chat Attack. You guys know that. But now I also do the Illuminati podcast with my co-host, Birdman, as well as another co-host, Ruthless Wonder, where we talk about politics, all types of cultural news, and sometimes we even give you guys our piece of advice on how things should be run. I'm also doing another show that I'm trying to get off the ground. You're possibly going to see it tomorrow on Metropolis Facebook page. Be sure to subscribe to that. With Nick's permission, I might put the pilot episode on the Chat Attack Facebook page, maybe?
He's asking you right now. Give him your answer.
No.
He's doing that thing he does with
No,
your mom and you
I
ask
will.
a guest. He's doing that thing with your mom when there's a guest around and you ask for something and she's probably not going to say no.
No, I'll do it, but then if I don't like it, I'm going to make fun of it.
Okay, I'm cool with that. Actually, matter of fact, I want all y'all to kind of like give me criticism. Let me know how to make it better. I know there's some things that I gotta fix right off the bat, but as you know, as I said at the end of the show, you guys gotta criticize me so I can get better and the product gets better. So make sure to check it out. It's gonna be called "A Survivor's History" with Ganja Guru. Pretty much the same thing as Illuminati podcast, except I go more in depth in terms of.
Are you going to talk about the end of disco?
I'm actually gonna talk about hippies.
Oh god.
Okay, honestly, dude, I like the idea of talking about the end of disco, though. That's actually pretty good.
I can talk about disco.
The end of disco about a year after it started.
I am open to it. I kind of want to keep it a solo show, but Jed, if you really want to talk about the end of disco, I bring you on. But if someone actually wants to have a certain segment of history that they're really kind of educated in or really knowledgeable in that sounds interesting, I'm willing to talk about everything. And just try to keep it around a little bit of politics, but mostly it's just trying to keep people interested in what history can provide to them in terms of education.
Yeah, nice.
If
And
you
that's
ever
why I
do a
should watch
fucking
it.
anti-vax episode, you better call my ass or I'll kill you.
I might.
You might do you should do the history of WrestleMania. Yeah.
No one would watch it though.
All right, Nick, you're joking, but I do want to talk about wrestling because I know you're not going to be like, gosh, you always put in comments and everything, but it is the perfect example of how small businesses go into just form monopolies no matter what, because you have someone that has a bigger investment interest, with Vince McMahon having a larger stockhold in the best, more wrestlers, and eventually becoming the monopoly that WWE is today. So I would love to talk to you with that.
Yeah, man. But anyways, I will be watching that, though. I do want to learn. I mean, we talked about that earlier on this show, where it's just like, I wish I knew more about politics. And by the way, people, I will say I did listen to this ahead of time in his show, or else I wouldn't be letting him fucking plug that shit, because I don't like when people do bad shit, but it is good shit, and I did listen to it, and I did learn something new. Although, it's like ganja. I wish I had that fucking ganja on this one, Mr. Smarty Pants. What the fuck?
Hey, man, I like the bond too much before these shows.
So with that said, you guys go hit that bond too before you get to watch Double Toasted. We're getting the fuck out of here. So with that said, it's time to... Oh, and Jet, by the way, what are you doing?
Absolutely fucking nothing.
I thought you were
don't
going to say
ask
something
me.
silly. I thought Jet was going to be like, you can find me on Maxim or fucking... I don't know. She used to say a bunch of weird shit. You used to scare me. We're
You
getting the
can
fuck out of
find
here.
me on Pornhub.
Mm-hmm. And RedTube. And...
No, not the actual videos, just in the
No,
comments.
YouTube Red, get it right.
Yeah. Dude, I always thought that was weird. It was like RedTube and then YouTube Red. It's like, do you
People
guys
used to
know?
do that as a joke when it first came out. They're like, yeah, go to RedTube for free YouTube Premium.
It's fucking awesome.
You
Anyways,
can find me in the Pornhub and comments, basically being like, my username is God, and basically under every video, it's basically gonna be like, yeah, you're not coming up to heaven after watching this.
Jesus is watching you. Yeah, we're gonna fuck out your Kirk saying
Yeah,
good.
that's
YouTube
actually the entrance gate. They judge your porn history and be like,
Man,
That's the only judgment.
I really wish they wouldn't do that. But anyways, we're getting the fuck out of here. So, you guys hear that music? Getting out of here. Bye-bye. See you. All that good stuff. Ganja on 3,
2, 1,
attack the damn
attack
chat.
the chat!
Man. I am
You
sick
can also
of
see
talking.
you can also see me bringing back disco.
We also don't hear the music, so when he said you hear that music, we all should have said.
Well, I was telling the chat. I mean, I don't know. I just wish we would talk to people.
We're bringing back the roller derbies.
Oh fuck that!
Dude, we should bring back Battle Dome. Or not we, but like they should bring back
No,
Battle Dome.
Thunderdome, fuck it.
Battle Dome was great, man.
What the fuck is Battledome?
I read that as Wii Monopoly. Oh, WWE Monopoly. Okay. Oh, thank y'all for watching. Enjoy Double Toasted. Watch us next time. We'll be here tomorrow. Come back.
I will spread those good cheeks. I will suck on your lips, and I'll grab